Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cassandra here, and if you're new, I post videos all on beauty and lifestyle and just about anything that tickles my fancy. So if you think that's something you want to keep up with, just click the notification bell, click the subscription button. You're already watching, so you might as well subscribe and keep watching. Anyways, this video is for all my subbies and for anybody who watches me on a regular. I said I'm going to try to be a little bit more open when it comes to my channel, and that's what I'm doing right now. So for the past couple of months, it's just been super rough for me, and I haven't really been having like the motivation or the time to film. It's currently like literally 1:37, like it's 1:37 a.m. in the morning, and I'm determined to start back filming and being a little bit more consistent when it comes to my YouTube channel. So anyways, what's been going on in my life? So I moved. This is a new apartment, and if it sounds a little bit echoey, it's because there's not really like a lot in here. And anybody who moves in a big city, like I live in New York, so like moving is super stressful, super expensive, and super annoying. So that was just like one of those things that added to my stress levels and my stressors. Also, prior to me moving, I got laid off from my job. I have a job now, like that's why I just came back. I came from work, so that's why I still have this whole get up on, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna film before I take my makeup off and everything. But yeah, I got laid off my job. So last November I got laid off from my job, which sucked. It sucked because in the moment it sucked, but looking back on it, I'm like super thankful that it happened. But in the moment it sucked because it was unexpected. And for anybody who's ever been laid off or fired from a job before, you know how tough it is. You know how much it sucks. Like it hurts. It hurts only because you're thinking about like all your financial responsibilities and the fact that you don't have a paycheck anymore. So the story goes, I went into work the morning, and just like any other day in the morning, and if I've never mentioned this to you guys, I was a retail manager. Always been a retail manager. I've been in retail for like the past, I don't even know how many years now. It was kind of like a job, and I'm gonna say I say it as a job because for me, I never viewed it as a career. I'm still pretty young, so it's just like, you know, I never viewed it as a career. But it was kind of like a job that I fell into right after college, and that's just that, and that's why I kept going. So anyways, I was a retail manager, and anybody who works in retail knows that whenever there is like new management or new CEOs or whatever, they're always cutting back, trying to save money and save like payroll and so on and so forth. So my job got cut, and that's just what happened. But the worst part about this whole situation is that my boss knew that it was gonna happen, because we have a meeting on Tuesdays and we were talking about like stuff like that. And I remember him mentioning about people moving in and out of the building, and it didn't even click in my mind, like, you know, like, girl, you about to get laid off, you're about to get kicked out of this place. But yeah, that's what happened. So the man waited until Friday to let me know that I was going to be out of a job. Mind you, this happened in November, so you know the holiday season's coming up. So imagine being laid off during the holiday season, and just not having, like, not being able to spend or do all of that extra stuff anymore. Like it was tough. Like for me, like in the moment, I literally was crying my eyes out when I got told that, and like I started crying. And I took the train home that day, the morning, and I was bawling. Like I was literally crying. Like I couldn't hold back my tears because I didn't know what I was gonna do after that. And like thinking back on it now, I'm just kind of like, I'm like smiling, but I'm still a little bit pissed at the same time, because when you are a good worker, when you are the type of person who put in all your energy, your time, and your focus into your job, and to have your job like just completely discard you like that, it hurts, and it pisses you off. Like, and that's how I felt. And I think I'm gonna do a separate video talking about like not putting all your energy into a job. So that's a totally different topic. I'm going to talk about that later, but yeah, that's what happened. That is what happened. So girl, I like went home, laid on the couch. You know, actually I was on the train, I started crying, and then like I was just like, you know what, why am I crying? Like I literally was on the train and like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, why in the world am I crying? I hated that job. Like I hated that job. The only thing I loved about my job is my team. Like I loved working with my team. I love all my team. Like I miss them so much, and like I want the best for them because I absolutely love them. Like I love them because to me, like I always thought of my team as just like my babies. So that was probably the only thing I miss about that job. But other than that, I hated the job. I hated working in retail. It was literally just the kind of job that I fell into, and I was good at it. Like I'm the type of person who, I know how to build a team. I'm great working with people. I love working with people. I love working with young people, or at least younger people than I am. And that's just the type of person I am. I've always been that person that like to work with people and just motivate people. So that's just it. But in the moment when you lose your job, it almost feels like a rug has just been pulled out from under you, and you don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know what your next step is. Your mind is just literally all over the place because all you can think about is you not having a steady paycheck anymore and all your financial responsibilities that you have to take care of. So that's what literally happened to me, and I went through a period of just like really feeling super depressed and super sorry for myself. On the financial aspect of everything, thank God, like I was always that kind of person who saved a lot, but it also kind of set me back because not working, like I was spending all that money that I was saving just to pretty much keep up and live and get by, and it sucked. And let me just tell you, unemployment is shit. Like unemployment doesn't cover shit, especially when you live in New York City. Unemployment doesn't do anything. So like that really kind of set me back, and you know, I suffer a lot from like anxiety, especially anxiety when it comes to money and credit and debt and so on and so forth. And I feel like that has a lot to do with how I was raised and how I grew up. Like when you grow up in poverty, like I grew up in Jamaica, it really does affect your mindset in how you think. And I never really thought about that until like, you know, I really did a lot of deep soul searching during those times when I wasn't working. So yeah, so I got laid off and I was feeling sorry and depressed for myself. I still was sending out resumes and I was getting callbacks for job, and I will say that the job market right now is actually really good. There are a lot of jobs out there. The only thing is they don't pay you crap. Like they don't pay crap. So don't believe the hype when they say, oh, you know, there's job growth. Yes, there's job growth, but there is not a lot of good paying jobs out there. So that's pretty much that. So yeah, like it's kind of hard to like trying to keep up with a YouTube channel and being all bubbly and socially and all that stuff online and trying to be like perfect and all that extra stuff when you're going through like when I was going through my own like personal like drama, I guess, on top of like having to deal with like me being laid off from my job and not having any income and anything and feeling like a total loser. Like I literally felt like a loser. Like I literally felt like a loser. But on top of like feeling like that, I also had to move at the same time. So like I had to find a place to live. Because the house that I was living in my dad's house and he decided to sell it. So like I then had to move. So imagine not working, not having any income, and then having to find a place to live in New York City with no money in your pockets. Well, I mean, I have money, like I have my savings, but I didn't want to spend it. But imagine all of that. And it was just literally a lot. And I feel like this video is kind of becoming like a pity party kind of video, but it's kind of hard to film, and it's hard to be creative, and it's hard to like try to create art and create great content when you're dealing with all of that. So pretty much that was what was going on in my life, and that's why I really wasn't filming that much. But in order for me to feel a little bit better about myself, I actually re-enrolled in school, and I started taking one course. I started taking one chemistry course because I do want to go back to school, or I am going back to school to get my master's in nutrition. I love nutritional science. I love learning about food. I love talking about food. I love to talk about how food can actually impact your cells, your brain, your energy, how your skin, so on and so forth. Many of you guys who watch my channel know that my channel is mainly I guess I could definitely say it's more of a skincare beauty channel. I don't film that much makeup looks or any of that stuff, solely because I don't feel like I have the proper equipment for it, but I do want to start doing that. Not only that, I don't want to like encourage people to like buy a lot of stuff, like, so I try not to do like a ton of hauls and all that stuff. And I want to put out content that actually means something. I want to put out like videos that actually makes sense and make a difference and that's helpful to you guys. So that is what I am going to be focusing on from now on. So I just another update, like I got a new job. It is not the best job in the world, but it's actually more of a more meaningful job. I'm not going to talk about what it is yet until I leave, but it's a pretty meaningful job. I do make a little bit more money than I was making prior, and I also have a lot more time to myself. I have a lot more time to myself because I work a little bit less hours with a little bit more money, so that's also really great. So because of that, I'm able to now film and put out a lot more content out there. My class ends in a week, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do summer classes or not, but my goal from now on is just to push out more meaningful content and push out more great creative stuff. And like I have so much ideas in my head, and I do film. I have filmed a lot of videos prior. I just wasn't motivated to like edit them or anything, so I'm gonna be editing them. So just so you guys know, if you see me in like a different area, that was my old apartment. This is my new apartment. So that's that. So that's what's been going on with my life. And am I missing anything? No. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on in my life, and I hope to be sharing a lot more with you guys and talking a lot more about stuff. I have so much plan for this video, for this like YouTube channel, like so much plan. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. What is this, like I'm at the 13-minute mark, so yeah, I'm gonna try to cut this down to like 10 minutes in editing. If not, it's gonna be 13 minutes. So 13 minutes of me rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all, and don't I feel like I want to say something inspirational, but I have nothing right now because it's currently like 1:50 in the morning and I need to edit this and then go to my bed. So anyways, I'll bring some more inspirational stuff later on, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all, and stay beautiful, stay gorgeous, and I need like a closing tagline or something. I don't know. Bye guys.